Hello, my friend. Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's Intuitive Art live stream. I'm Rachel Archelaus, founder of the Intuitive Art Academy. And today is a little different. So Carrie is working, not here. So we have Baby Kitten as our co-host. She's actually just kind of scavenging for food. So if you have a question for Baby, you're free to ask me and I can translate. But I wanted to do a more open thing today. So yeah, this is an Ask Me Anything. I've been in business now for 9 years officially, but I've been, yeah, Dina, baby's here. So I've been in business officially for 9 years, but even before that, I was doing readings and teaching in local centers, and that was really eye-opening for me. And and I'm also psychic, so like I have a lot of experience that might be able to help you out if you have a question about your own business or life, if you have a question about your own energy, what's going on for you, maybe what you're best suited for, or whatever. I'm here. I'm really excited about this. I love doing this kind of stuff. And in fact, tomorrow I have another one of these on my other channel. So if you would like that again, if you don't get your question answered today or whatever, you want to just do it again, come on over to the Hello Love channel tomorrow. Hello, Zach. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Corinne. Hi, Dina. It's so good to be here with you guys. So ask away. As you can tell by my own, I haven't really prepared anything to talk about other than just answering your questions, but I'll get there. I love it. I love baby's throwing me off. She was just knocking at my door, so I had to let her in. And she's kind of, all right, I'll give you, my dad loves this about me. Okay. So I do a lot of stuff. I climb mountains. I drive all over the country by myself, right? I flew internationally on my own, like not the biggest deals, but stuff not everyone does. And my dad thinks I'm kind of like a little superhero, which is cute. But I'm basically afraid of two things. I love snakes. I'm not afraid of snakes, not afraid of, being out in the wilderness on my own, but I'm afraid of daddy long legs. Like terrified of daddy long legs. One of the things that I really don't like about tent camping anymore, which is I always used to just do tent camping until I got my RV, but at night the daddy long legs get on the tent. They love it for some reason, and that would just totally creep me out. But also what I'm afraid of is Baby. She is a bossy little calico, and when she gets on my desk like this, sometimes she decides it's her desk and she will come at me and like she's doing right now. And she'll make me leave. Like she'll literally take over my desk. So anyway, now you know my secrets. Now we're on the same playing field. But if you want to talk about you, just let me know what you want to ask about. So maybe I'll tell you my origin story. If you don't know, if you're new here, I grew up seeing spirits, angels, loved ones when they would die, and I've always just been able to communicate with the other side. And that also includes reading energy from people and being psychic and all of that stuff, multidimensional. And I think personally that everyone is born like that, but some people just lose it. It's never validated or they just lose interest in it. So here we are. Okay, Zach, I have a few things in the works. What's about to happen? Okay, she's already starting. Let's give her some room. Okay. What? And to be honest, usually I have to get my boyfriend in here to rectify the situation because she gets really squirrely with me. All right, let's look into Zach's energy. Okay, Zach. Well, let's just say I know one of the things that's in the work for Zach. He has written a book about his, like, a part of his spiritual journey of spiritual awakening into more of himself. And I'm a character in it, which is so cool. So keep a lookout for info on that. Um, and that's really exciting. But what I'm feeling from you, Zach, is this can go a number of ways, and everyone will be able to relate to this. It can be like every single day, like everything can come and be normal and not really change your life, not change what comes. Like you'll wake up, you'll do your regular thing, you'll feel your regular way. The things that come into your life, opportunities, money will be the same as normal. That's an option. But there's also another option. I'm feeling this strong sense that you get to make a decision about what you want your life to be. Do you want this to be a catalyst for something else? Do you want something to change? Now is the time to be really honest with yourself about that. Are you wanting more? Which everyone is usually, even if you're really happy with your life right now. So what I'm feeling the strongest is like this, here's where you are now, but here's where you could be, and you can make that decision there. And the decision is to accept that you want more, accept that you can be the person that has more, and decide, I'm going to feel like I deserve this, and I'm going to feel like this is possible, and I'm going to follow the inspiration that comes after I make this decision. Because you guys, the how to get what you want is the easy part. That comes naturally. That comes in the idea that you get. And when you accept that you want more and you're ready for those ideas to come, then you easily hear them. So it's just about a decision. Okay, I do want more. I do want to feel better. I do want life to increasingly get more exciting, more fulfilling. And you're already on that journey. So this is going to be an easy thing for you. All right, I'm going to let baby out. But Zach, let me know how that resonates, because you can have anything you want. It's just about deciding that it's okay for you to want it. Bye, baby. Okay, now she won't be able to steal my desk. All right. So we have Buddha 1895. Hello. All right, let's see. Anything for me? I am not in a good place at the moment. Let us take a look. And you guys, this is a great opportunity for all of you to practice your psychic skills, and just chime in, and not necessarily chime in, but just feel into it. Feel into it. The only reason I say not chiming in is I don't know if these people want unsolicited advice too, but you know what I mean. Okay. Oh, sorry, I thought I saw someone else. All right, I'm going to get myself together. Here we go. Buddha 1895. Well, I mean, right off the bat, what I'm feeling is kind of a lot of chaos. Like there's a lot of reacting happening, like body freak out, like I'm not feeling a center. What's coming to mind actually is a flower. So a flower, the round center of it and how all the petals come out of it. Like, it's okay to have a lot going on as long as you have that center to come back into. So you can go and you can freak out and you can react and have things that are taking attention But if there's a center, you can come back into yourself and recharge and renew and find out how you really feel about things. Because a lot of times reactions are how we're conditioned. And so for you, I would build a center. Do you meditate? Can you? Speaking of flowers, I was just in my garden. Can you meditate? Can you take 2 minutes, 5 minutes just to listen to your breath? And I know sometimes when we're feeling anxious or when we have a lot going on, it's hard to breathe deeply. So don't even worry about that. Just can you listen to your refrigerator sound or your own breath for 2 minutes, 3 minutes? And then maybe put up a reminder in your room on a Post-it note or something in your car. I am the center. I am the center. I have one here that says, I am the roof, because that was meaningful to me. I am the roof. I am the center. So I don't see, the thing is, where we are is a result of our own vibration. And that can be freeing because then we know it's not about anyone else. Everyone else will change when we change. Circumstances will change when we change. And so if we change, we get to live in a better feeling place with better feeling stuff around us and better feeling people supporting us. So making a priority to feel the way that you'd rather feel, even if it's in tiny little incremental changes, like I feel out of control right now, to I feel mad, to I feel revengeful, to I feel hurt, right? Kind of going up that emotional ladder step by step really, really helps. When I'm really, really out of it, really, really upset or something happens, I have to do that too. I have to just be like, okay, I'm in a really bad place right now. I can't just go to happy. I'm going to feel all these feelings on my way up to happy. Sometimes it only takes a day or an hour, but sometimes it takes longer than that. And if your momentum is here, if you're used to chaos, then it's probably going to take a little while. So just be gentle with yourself and try to love yourself and get into that center so you can feel the love that's always coming to you. Because you are a loving being. You are a loving being. You are love. And so it's always there. It's just that we need to focus on it in order to feel it. We need to be looking at it in order to know it's there. So yes, that would be my recommendation. And good luck with everything. And there's nothing wrong with being where you are. That's really important too. There's nothing wrong with being where you are, wherever you are. It's perfect. Okay. Thanks for your question. You guys, should I do a call-in show? Actually, I used to. Nice. Dina, you're so supportive. Okay. Let's see. Corinne. So Buddha says, thank you. I do meditate and I do affirmations. Yeah, I think I don't love myself enough. That's a really, really difficult one for a lot of people. I mean, even for me, this is what I've coined my year of unconditional love. And I, from the beginning of the year, was working love into my meditations and feeling it more throughout the day. And it just so quickly fades off because where do we get that kind of modeling? Where on our Instagrams are people actually loving themselves, And like, sure, maybe we see some memes once in a while of like, love yourself or whatever, but it's something that has to be self-generated. That reminder has to come from us. So any way we can build that in is really worthwhile. So yeah, awesome. Sounds like you're in a great place, even though it might not feel like a great place. just keep focusing on what is going well and who you really are, and everything will get better. Okay, sorry, Corinne. I'm confused as to the direction of my spiritual career. I'm in a development circle. I'm largely clairsentient and clairvoyant, slightly clairaudient, trying to find a vehicle for my purpose. I think there's just a lot of possibility, and I'm not sure where to turn my attention. Yeah, how many of you can relate to that? Just having so many things that you're good at, or you want to do, or you're interested in, and you don't know what to do. So, that's the thing. What do you want to do? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. And I say that as a person who used to do a lot of, I was part of this thing called Psychic Saturdays at a metaphysical center in Connecticut. This is kind of where I started my career. And people would just come in on Saturdays and I would answer anything that they wanted. I am all of these things. I can do whatever you want psychically, including like medium readings. And I didn't like it. I liked it for a little while, but I didn't want to be answering anyone's question about anything. I didn't want to talk about their future boyfriends and then like look into their energy for where they were injured before. Like, I didn't want to talk to their loved ones anymore. And I noticed like there are certain things I do love. I love talking to their spirit guides. Spirit guides love me. And that's been a constant. And I loved talking about how people could have what they want. Like they know what they want. They know what their life can be and they want help getting there. I love that. And so I started to notice like, just because I can do something doesn't mean I should do it. And I do have preferences as to what I'm spending my time talking about or what I'm helping a client with. And so that's really what helped me start my business, was knowing that I love talking about people who want to be in business. And I love talking about being more psychic. I love teaching people psychic skills, talking to spirit guides. And so even the coaching that I do now is completely all about that stuff. And the programs that I run are about that stuff. And I found my groove, right? So for you, that development circle is awesome because you're going to get to practice with people and use your different skills. And then you get to answer the fact, well, what am I interested in? What do I light up when I talk about, or when do I light up when I'm talking about certain things? Like, keep notice of you. It's all about you. You can make money doing anything in the entire world. People are millionaire video game players. There are, like, I watch people hiking and that's their living. They go hiking and they film it and that's how they make a living. It's like genius. We live in a place and time where we can do anything as long as we are vibrationally on board with it. So you got to know that you're worth it. You've got to know that you can do it. It is possible. And then just go for it. And it might be slow in the beginning, but that's got to be okay. So yeah, I would say, let me look in. That was like Coach Rachel. Let me go to Psychic Rachel. Okay. So what I'm actually seeing is kind of, I don't know you, but I wouldn't really have expected this because I don't know. It's true for everything. Whatever pops into my head, I'm never expecting. What I'm actually seeing, and tell me if I'm completely off on this because this would be really funny. I'm seeing like a period home, like early American settlers in like the big skirts, and there's like a fireplace and somebody's making an apple pie and there's like bonnets and family. I'm seeing like early settlers families, and all of that stuff. I don't know if that's like part of your heritage or something that you're interested in. And if that is any help for you, then there you go. Let me know. So she says, Corinne says, help people without sacrificing myself. Yes, you guys, you can't help people if you're sacrificing yourself. How can you help people if you're sacrificing? No. You don't owe the world anything. You don't owe the world anything. So do what you want to do. When you're overflowing with life, that in itself is helping the world, right? And I like to say, like, as I've grown throughout my career, I've raised my prices a lot. And sometimes I've been a little worried that I'm leaving people behind. And some people have brought that to my attention, like, I can't afford you. But guess what? I'm not the only psychic or alignment coach or business mentor on the planet. There are people at every single price level. There are people doing it for free. You can watch all of my YouTube channel for free. And you know what I mean? So you do you. That's what the world needs, right? Isn't there a saying, what the world needs is more people who are like lit up? I'm paraphrasing, but anyway, if anyone knows the person who is saying that and what the actual quote is, feel free to put it in the chat. Okay, hey Crazy Pup, good to see you. Okay, oh, and you're welcome, Corinne. I'm glad that all messages are helpful. Ooh, Kathy, look at your profile picture. Good on you. That's awesome. Okay. Yes, I was wondering if anything is trying to keep me from moving forward with my business. I feel every time I start to feel better, I go backwards, not knowing what to do about this. Let's see. Okay, let me look. I know Kathy very well. She is a certified intuitive artist. She's an amazing person. Leave us a link. Kathy, if you have a link, now you have looks like you've got a YouTube channel. If you have a link to your podcast, whatever, put it in the chat. Okay, so Kathy, what I am seeing for you is that you are on a pendulum. So I happen to have Fry pen here with me, so we're going to demonstrate. So I'm kind of seeing you sitting here, and like there's momentum up and there's momentum back, and there's momentum up and there's momentum back, just like you're saying. But what I'm feeling is like when you get here, when you get forward, there's a barrage of inner voices that are bringing you back. It's like you're listening here, and you might not know about it consciously, but it feels like an inner monologue of other people telling you that you can't do it, or you're not good enough, or like, who are you to expect this? This isn't for you. And you may not be hearing those words, but you're feeling that, and then going back, you're retreating. Let me know if that resonates. There is a book called, is it called The Upper Limit by Gay Hendricks? It's by Gay Hendricks, and it has, maybe it's the Genius Zone. I don't know. It talks about upper limit problems inside of it. And an upper limit problem to me is just, you've gotten as far as you can get, and now you need to calibrate something that's in your way in order to get past it. So you know all about calibrating. We talk about that a lot. So when you feel this happen, you feel like you're at that limit and then you're about to go back, I would argue with it. I would say, oh, wait a minute. No. This isn't going to happen again. I know better now. Those voices aren't mine. Of course I can do it. I'm capable of anything. I've looked around me and I can see that other people are achieving this. This is not a path that doesn't exist. People are doing this. I can do this. Of course I'm good enough. Of course I have what it takes. Of course I'm well trained. Of course I can figure anything out. I'm not stopping here. I'm going forward. And I know that I'm connected to the resources that can help me forward. Even if I don't know every single thing right now, everything's within my reach. I would calibrate. I've got to do this all the time. All the time. And it's really just about trying to catch it. You catch it before it goes back. You catch it before you stop. And sometimes, like, hello, I am the roof. This doesn't mean anything to anyone but me and the people who were in my little mastermind group, but I just kept having this one issue over and over again that would kind of like take me out and give me confusion. And I had to like be like, no, Rachel, look, this is it. This is you. This is what you're capable of. And it sounds kind of corny, but it's only us in our own way. And so if we can get out of our own way, then we can get on with it. So I know you personally, Kathy, and I know you're capable of what you want. You've invested a lot into your own success and learning and training, and there's no reason why you can't get there. And Jim Self, who I do talk about a lot, he has great tools. You can find him at masteringalchemy.com. He's got this tool called the Rose. And the Rose is basically like, you can use it as a vacuum. And so if you hear those voices in your head, conjure the image of a rose. Imagine that rose is like vacuuming up all those voices, and then watch the rose explode. Explode the rose. Make it explode. Just in your mind. You don't even have to see it, but just know that's what you're doing. And, you know, sometimes we need to get past things in physical ways instead of just mental ways. So if you want to, you know, write down all those voices and then burn it, or like ask yourself, okay, I know that's not me. I would never talk to myself that way, but I've been listening, even if I didn't know it. And so no more. And whatever you feel can help you move past that will really help you to keep going forward. And complete forward motion isn't even necessary, right? Like the tide doesn't just come right in and then go right out. It comes in waves, and then it goes out, and then it comes in. So don't expect perfection, but also know that you have tools to get to where you want to go. You can calibrate. You can, you know, use Jim's tools like the Rose. You can surround yourself with uplifting people. You can write yourself sticky notes. You can meditate. You can do things that feel good, like taking a walk or getting flowers. So stack it up, all those good feeling things, and that'll help you move forward. Okay. She says, somewhat makes sense. That's good enough for me. And I love exploding the rose. Yeah. It's super fun. Okay. So Kathy doesn't have links yet, but she's almost there. That's awesome. All right. Shayna. You're the best. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Howard Thurman. Thank you so much. Yes, I love this quote. It is so good. Totally agree. Which is why, so let's stick around here for a second. You know, I've been on YouTube for a long time. I think since 2012 on my other channel. And I used it mostly just to make videos for my blog. So I would put those videos that I made on my blog, and I didn't have my monetization on or anything because I didn't want people to go to my blog and then have to like watch a commercial for some random thing to just see my video, because it was just an easier way for me to host videos. So I wasn't even paying attention to the YouTube style of doing things. I wasn't asking people to subscribe because they were on my blog. I didn't want them to leave my blog. So I didn't grow my channel very quickly, but it made me a lot of money because I was getting clients and people were engaging with my website. So it worked out for me. It was perfect. And now that I'm not really blogging anymore and I'm just YouTubing, I've been focusing more on growing my channel, and it had been largely like a, spiritual advice, how to live better kind of channel. And then I got this idea to make a video about my minivan camper a couple months ago, like 10 months ago. And everything totally blew up, like way more views, way more views than I usually get, more subscribers. And then the other day I was like, oh my gosh, I've changed my minivan a lot. Let me go and make a new video about it. And so I did. And the same thing is happening. And both of those videos were just, this is what I want to do today. This is what I just feel excited about today. It doesn't really make sense. It's not really part of what my channel is all about. But then today I realized, people love this stuff from me, and it's what I love too. So maybe I'm keeping myself in a little bit of a box. Why don't I just share more about my travels and whatever light thing is coming to mind, and just go for it? And so for all of you here, you're probably in my circumstance too, where we feel like we have a lane. We want to stay in our lane. But what if you're bigger than your lane? I think, for me at least, I'm finding it's okay to be bigger than the lane that you set out to be in. Be whatever's easy, be whatever's inspired, and it's going to work out even better than you trying to manage or manipulate where you show up. So, yeah, advice for me and from me. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Corinne. What exactly do you provide as an intuitive artist? Is it a coaching program? So it's kind of both. So intuitive art itself is a way to have a two-way conversation with your higher self. So I have countless drawings in my office here of questions I've asked my higher self. This one is what does my business look like at $3 million? And this is telling me and you see I've made notes on it because I recognize what some of those things are by the colors that I have written down and the shapes of the drawing and everything. And so anything that I can't have access to with my mind, I ask my higher self about. I have other drawings hanging up about what does my business look like in a year and a half, how to allow more ease, how to allow more money with ease, etc. So that's what you can do for your own self. You can ask about your own inner emotional landscape, about relationships, about whatever is on your mind. But as a certified intuitive artist, you can offer that to other people. So you don't need to necessarily be psychic in this way. You are psychic because everything is connected, and you can ask intuitive art questions for anyone else. So you can answer these business questions for other people, health, life, whatever. You can help solve their indecision, their confusion, and help them draw maps to where they want to be. So intuitive art is a tool that you can use basically in any profession. We have people who are using it with coaching, who are therapists, who are massage, energy workers. We have more mainstream stuff too. but it's not really coming to me at the moment. But you can develop your own intuitive art practice into a business to help people get more clarity on whatever it is that they want clarity on. So the first part of the certification, which is what we call light, is like full on. You can take that and learn how to give readings and sessions with people, learn how to work with people, learn how to teach it. You can also teach it to other people on any topic. And then if you take the full program, that's where we have our coaching program, and you learn how to coach like me, and you go through the program, and you even get 2 private sessions with me to work on your business with me. And it's like, how do you make your business? It's all about fleshing out your own practice, what you want in it, what lights you up, and how to make money doing it. So there's a lot going on in the full program. And you can check it out at intuitiveartacademy.com/me. Let's see if I can type it. So hopefully that'll turn into a link, or you can just copy and paste it. Thanks. And if you have questions, obviously let me know. I think there's a spot on that page, if you scroll down, to book a session, to book a chat with me to talk about it if you have any questions. Or you can email me, of course. Okay, Shayna, do you do health readings? So yes and no. I mean, I can look into your energy and see if there's anything I'd advise you getting checked out, but I'm not like a trained medical intuitive or anything. So I can be general about it, and I can let you know if I see something that might need attention, but I always would advise you to go to see whatever medical professional you choose to, get any actual answers. Now, do I go to medical professionals? No, but that's a whole nother story. But I am vaccinated. I'll have to tell you that. I know a lot of people were really shocked when they found out that I got vaccinated, but for me, a lot of this stuff is like, what is the easiest thing for me to do? The easiest thing for me to do was to just get vaccinated. And so, yeah, so I did. Okay, so Corinne, I understand. I've actually seen your video and have used this practice. I just didn't understand how it was applied. That's awesome. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I think if we think back on our lives, we can see where our intuition has been incredibly valuable, like priceless. Maybe it's saved your life. Maybe it's saved somebody else's life. Maybe it's saved you from a marriage that would have been terrible, or you wouldn't have gotten married without your intuition, or whatever it happens to be. And I always loved the idea of like, what if we didn't have to wait for our intuition? What if we had access to our intuition all the time? What if we can ask our intuition anything and it gave us more than just that yes or no? What if we could get context and explanations and do this because and do this here and there? Like, it just opens us up so completely, and it gives us information before we need it. Like, we could ask, if I move, what's it going to look like? If I don't move, what's it going to look like? If I take this new job, how is it going to be? And it's just really wonderful that we have these abilities, and intuitive art makes it easy to understand and read. So I love it too. Wow. Okay. So we've been going now for 40 minutes. We've answered lots of questions, but we're still here. So if you have any more questions, even if you've already asked, let me know. This has been really fun. Let me know if you want to do this again. And of course, I am doing this again tomorrow. So my other channel is Hello Love. You're welcome to join me over there. And is there anything you want me to talk about if you guys are out of questions? Like, how did I get this totally adorable pen? My sister sent it to me. My sister is really on the ball when it comes to these like stationery stores and like markers and pens and cool paper. Yes. Okay, yes, do it again. Got it. I was like, what did I ask them? Cool. So, what else? Well, you can get this beautiful apparel at rachelalien.com. I made this out of my souping film experiment. Okay, Shayna says, okay, general is okay. I have a lot of fatigue, heart palpitations, and headaches. First of all, can anyone else relate to that? Let me know. And sorry, Zach, I didn't miss you. You'll be next. I can relate to that very much as well. So, and I'm just going to bring this up there, even if you can't relate to it. This isn't like a psychic thing. This is just like a personal thing. Have you ever considered your extraterrestrial lineage? I had this issue a long time ago, and it included like vertigo and like general dizziness, heart palpitations, fatigue, all that stuff. And I spoke to someone at the time who said, well, you're a hybrid, like, welcome to the club. So if that doesn't mean anything to you, that's totally cool. But that was definitely something that I went through. And finding more grounding and like more bringing myself into my body really helped. Like embodying, not necessarily grounding, but embodying myself really helped. Finding out what foods really work for me and making more decisions based on my actual preferences and following through with that, and like just living more for myself, not being so agreeable to just whatever's happening outside of me. That helped a lot, because what's happening a lot of the times when there are these kinds of symptoms is that more energy, more of our own energy is coming to us. We are summoning more of our own higher dimensional energy. And let me know if any of this resonates. As you're hearing it, listen to your body. Is your body opening up and expanding and resonating with truth, or is it closing off? Because obviously I don't want you listening to any of this health advice too closely if it's not resonating. But so we're summoning more energy. We're wanting to be more of ourselves. We're wanting to have a more successful time here. We're wanting things to be easier. We know they can be. And so we're summoning more of our own energy, that higher self, higher dimensional energy. But we're going like this, and we're resisting it in some way. We're not listening to our own preferences. We're not following our excitement. We're not making a priority to feel good. So we are keeping ourselves apart from that energy. That energy is resonating at a high vibration. But if we're keeping ourselves too low to actually mesh with it, it's going to feel like we're tired. It's going to feel like things aren't working properly. Like the heart is an electrical pump, right? And so if we're having heart palpitations, we're not really lining up with our own energy. And so, yeah, Kathy. So when we decide, again, it's about decisions, like with Zach, I'm a worthy being. Life can be good for me. I'm not here to be miserable. I'm here to be a thriver. I'm here to be even an example of what it can be like to live on this planet. And I can trust myself. I can trust myself. Whatever I want is okay. It's more than okay. Whatever is true for you is the best possible thing that you could do. And sometimes, oh, I just read your comment. Okay. Now she says, wow, I do resonate with not aligning with my energy. I feel like my house is making me sick too. Well, why? Okay, so our outside world is a reflection of our inner vibration, right? So if we are sick in here, if we're not aligning with ourselves, that misalignment is going to manifest outside of us. So it's going to be toxic people. It's going to be like, and something that's making you ill. It's going to be whatever. So, a bad boss or like a shitty job. So the best thing you can do is just like we talked about earlier is find your own center, find a safe space for you to be you and to receive what you want and to get comfortable with your own energy, your own desires, because at this point they might be very contrary to what you're living. So it might seem radical to like want to share this stuff with the people around you. I remember, and it can really mess with your head. So what you want, you might think is impossible, which is why you're still there. But I just want to let you know that whatever your truth is your truth. And if you live that, even if it's scary at first, everything will work out. You are here to live your truth. You're not here to hide your truth. You're here to live your life. No one else can live your life for you. So, yeah, build up, build up, build up, build up that alignment. Even if you only do it during your meditation 10 minutes a day, or you have a little journaling session 20 minutes a day, like find a spot for you to be yourself, to fully relax, to feel embodied, and just watch your outer life change. You don't even have to do anything about your house. It will change as you change. So hope that helps. I'm glad that resonated with so many people. Okay. Zach. Oh yes, okay. How will things at Mutiny this Saturday? Maybe how will things go at Mutiny? How do you want it to go? I'm going to challenge you. This came in at 1:11 my time, so we'll see that as a synchronicity. How do you want it to go? That's how it'll go. Pre-pave it. If you guys are ever wondering how is something going to go, it means you're not taking ownership of the fact that you're the creator. So how do you want it to go? See it going well. See it, people showing up, as many people as you want, and feeling excited and eager to see you, and whatever is going on, just see it the way you want it to see it, and then watch it happen. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so Corinne asks, do you have any working artists using the program for their own drawings and paintings? Yes, and in fact, I do this as well. So we do have several fine artists who use this method and use it, like they teach it, but they also have their own intuitive art. That's fine art. I illustrate books like this, and I've got my own paintings I've sold over the years. I used to be a fine artist and I'd show my art and everything, and I always used this technique. And so, yeah, definitely. We have a lot of artists. In fact, Dina, who's here, is a fine artist. She paints more in a realistic manner, but she does intuitive art all the time. An issue. Shayna, yes, foods are an issue. Right, because wherever your vibration is basically how food will react to you. So, like, I remember I have a lot of food issues. I'm technically I have celiac, so I can't eat anything with gluten. I don't react very well to dairy. But I remember even on a gluten-free, dairy-free diet, I would eat one sandwich one day that was perfectly fine, and it would be great. I would eat it. It was wonderful. And I'd eat the same sandwich the next day. It would make me totally bloated and ill. And I was like, what is going on? It was me. It was me. So at this point, I definitely have more of like a slim diet than, like, I don't eat meat. I do eat fish occasionally. I don't eat gluten. I don't eat dairy. I don't eat eggs. But I eat a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruit, and I love, love, love what I get to eat, what I want to eat. But I also eat chips and chocolate and all kinds of yummy, fun things. But it's just what works for me, and I change it up whenever I feel like I need to. So yeah, your intuition will guide you into the diet that's right for you. Just don't be afraid of experimenting. Okay, crazy pup. Where will go if I don't shift to the fifth? Where will I go if I don't shift to the fifth dimension? Will I be stuck in the matrix and the third dimension and not be able to be spiritual aware in other incarnations for another long time? Cool question. You guys are awesome. So, good news, the third dimension doesn't really exist anymore. People's memories and references and recollections are what is like kind of keeping that together. We're really in the fourth dimension, which is why a lot of the questions like this come up, because the fourth dimension is all about um, like the paradox, the intellectual wanting to know. Um, there's this weird tickly satisfaction of asking these kinds of questions, like trying to understand time and space and dimension and where we go, and like the quest for knowledge and the quest for understanding is a very fourth dimensional thing. And in the fourth dimension we really have the paradox of I can't know, I will never know, but I already know. You already know the answer to all these questions because you are a multidimensional being. You're living in every dimension right now. So of course you're fifth dimensional. Of course you're ninth dimensional. Of course you're 12th dimensional. You can't not be those things and be here. And so, because if you think about it, source is here, we'll use fry pan again. This is source. Source is where everything comes from. Every drop of everything is made of source energy. Right? It's just individuated out as you go down the dimension. So let's say this was the third dimension and this is the fourth dimension. Well, if you're coming from source, you're not third dimension anymore, but you're still fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth and ninth and 10th. And so there's no worry there, basically. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. You can't necessarily consciously go where you want to go if you're stopping yourself, but everyone's on the same train at this point, whether they like it or not. Like what I'm seeing happening is we're evolving as a species, and we can't take our baggage with it. We can't take our third dimensional, fourth dimensional baggage with us, the beliefs that don't resonate in the fifth dimension. And so what's happening? People are getting triggered AF. People are getting shaken out of their beliefs, right? And it's not all happening at the same time. Not everyone is at the same place. And that's okay. That's not why we're here. We're not here to do it all at the same time. But we are responding to the same energy. We are. So, yeah, no worries. You can't get stuck. And you can incarnate and decarnate whenever you want. You are always having that option of free will. Okay. All right. So, wow, we're at 1:25 my time. Looks like we've gone over all the questions. We have a lot of yeses and love it's and thank yous and awesomes, and yeah, this was so much fun, you guys. I love connecting with you, and this was really, really, really fun. So come check it out tomorrow if you want. It's at 2 p.m. Mountain, so 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Hello Love YouTube channel. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thanks so much for making my afternoon. This was really, really fun. All right. See you maybe tomorrow, but see you next week. Lots and lots and lots of love. Oh, and go sign up for the Aligned Up level. You guys, yeah, if you want to vibe where you really are feeling called to, if you want your outer life to show up like you want it to, if you have any questions about how manifestation works or how you can be a better creator, come to the Aligned Up level. It's $55 a ticket. It is totally worth it. It's a 3-day event. You get to spend time in your own up-leveled vibration. We'll even help you figure it out, what it is that you really want, that you're not even like able to ask yourself, because it's so amazing. So yes, go check that out. There was a link in the email today, but let me just post a link in here so you guys can and go take a look. It's going to be epic. Even if you've gone before, Carrie and I look forward to these because we get so much out of just spending time in that energy. This is meant to be like come as often as we host it kind of thing. It's just such a good boost for you. Okay, so it's not in person, it's online. So you can, if you got to go to work, you can go to work. We keep the recordings up until that Sunday night. So even if you don't get the recordings, you can still watch it on your own time, even if you're not there live. And another question I get a lot is like, do you come to all the sessions? Do you come to all 3 days? Yes, if you can. Yes, make as much as you can. When you buy a ticket, you buy a ticket to the whole thing. So, and there's even one-on-one coaching. So at the end of each day, we get together in my go-to meeting and we get to like see each other and interact and do this kind of stuff that we did today. So love it. I'd love to see you there. Okay. Bye for now.